Hello, good evening on a Sunday. How about that? It's March
You know,
30th.
he was playing that silly ass intro music. Uh, I could see you dancing because I can see
Right? Yeah, I know.
I can see the green room.
I'm just being a
That
smartass.
was some grooving. That was some grooving there, Anthony. I'm pretty impressed. I didn't know you could move like that. You was getting it down too.
Yeah.
Pretty excited, are you?
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because my picks that I have on the AFC.
Oh, hang on now.
I'm not giving you the names. I'm
Okay,
just letting
don't
you
get out
know.
of hand.
Listen to me.
We still
Anyways,
gotta
if you
we
let me
still gotta
talk,
set this up
can
and let
I
people
can I
know what
talk?
we're doing.
I just have two teams from the AFC that never made the playoffs that are coming in this year.
Whoa, really?
Yes, and they
That
were
have,
divisional winners.
that have
And
never
then
made the playoffs?
no, that didn't make the playoffs last year.
Oh,
Okay, that's
okay.
what I was getting at. So and
They
then
weren't like one of the big
yeah,
picks that everybody was
yeah,
jumping on bandwagons about.
and then I think on the NFC side, I have one team that didn't miss the playoffs that's going to make it. So
I got one team that went a long ways that's not even going to the wild
mhm.
card this year. That's going to be crazy. I'm going to get hate for that, but
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I've been
I
I've been
picked them.
watching them lose
I
guys.
picked them to make the playoffs, though.
They might. So that's one of my
Good evening to you, DTN.
that's one of my crazy crazy ideas. So here's what we're doing, you guys. Let me set this all up proper.
Well,
So
yeah.
we did a video like last week, and it was who we thought could possibly win their divisions this year,
Yes.
which is that's a hard pick because man, we have got some heavy hitters in both conferences, man. NFC, AFC. There's some heavy hitters, and honestly, to take a division these days, boy, you literally have to have the best team out there at it. Okay, that sounds kind of lame because yes, you do have to have the best team, but no, you are in divisions now. You're seeing divisions now that have three teams with like over 11 wins going into the goddamn like the last stretch, right?
Yeah.
That's just crazy how strong the teams are. There's so much talent in this pool right now that's called the NFL that that water's coming up over the edges. So here's what sucks is there's a lot of guys that aren't even going to make it to the NFL from college
Mm-hmm.
that are really, 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 really good. But there's something about the NFL, man, if you get lucky enough to get your number drawn. Boy, that is a talent pool like no other. It's just stinking amazing, just amazing. So we've got our picks for the divisional. Anthony, you want to give a rundown of who all you picked, north, south, east, west for AFC, and then I'll give mine?
Yeah. So, yeah, for who's going to win the division, I'm going to start with the NFC. I'm picking Washington to beat the East, the Packers to beat the North to win the North. I'm picking the Atlanta Falcons to come up on and rise from the South, and I'm picking the Rams to beat the West.
All right.
And
So in
then,
the NFC, I go north, south, east, west.
mhm.
I go Vikings, Falcons, Commanders, and then the Seahawks, which the
Yeah.
Seahawks is iffy.
Yeah.
That's iffy because I think the Cardinals might make it a little bit of a run. But then this brings me back to, I mean, how can you not put the Eagles down to win their division? They're the Super Bowl champs, right? So this is
A lot of small players.
It's hard for me, bro. It's hard for me because I know
Yeah.
that's a hell of a team, but I've been watching them get picked off. The vultures swooped in
Yeah.
and started taking all kinds of guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Eagles are hoping to make a run, but I don't know if it's going to be feasible with losing. I mean, they're just hemorrhaging talent, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times people will cry out Super Bowl hangover. But no, I think we know the real thing. They're getting really good guys picked off by other teams.
Yeah.
Other teams seen what they did. They've seen it. They want it. You know, the only team not trying to steal their guys looks like the Chiefs. You know.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Vikings, Falcons, Commanders, and Seahawks for the West. Go ahead with your East, brother.
Well, if you're going to go north, south, east, west, I have the Bengals winning that division. The Colts, or excuse me, north, south, right? The Colts are going to win that division.
Really?
And then the Bills and the Chiefs.
Looking at them Colts, huh?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
I like Anthony Richardson. I know he gave up on I know he gave up in the middle of the, one of the games and all that, but
I can't even argue about the Colts. They got our number. I don't know how.
I think the Colts are I think they have the talent. It's just the question is, can they do
If
something?
we're having a good year, the Colts will beat us. If we're having a bad year, the Colts will beat us. I don't know how the hell they do it, but they got the Chiefs' number. They always have.
Mm-hmm.
I can go way back in history for these two. The Colts are just god dang that team that just out of nowhere, they just get you. No matter how good you look, they'll just get you. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's cool for them. Kind of sucks for me because they literally own the Chiefs, man. It's bizarre. All right, north, south, east, west. I go Ravens, Texans, Bills, Chiefs. The only reason I went Texans is because I just don't see anybody else coming out of there. I mean, the AFC South, maybe the Colts, so that's another one of those. Look, we got heavy hitters around, so you're gonna have to win your division to really secure your spot because otherwise, there just might be a division or two with like 3 different teams in there, just like last year.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen again. I think it's going to be spread out a little bit more. But that brings us into our wild card stuff. Wild card stuff. What do we got here? So DTN says he's got Vikings, Eagles, Rams, and Bucks in the NFC. In the AFC, he's Ravens, Colts, Bills, Chiefs. So we're really not that far off of each other. We know who the powerhouses are. I like those picks, DTN. All right, so we know who the big boys are. But now for the shake-up. Let's shake it up and pour it out. Let's go NFC, bro. Who do you think? Let's go. Who's going to be the fifth? Like, so the fifth playoff team, because there's 7 playoff teams. So whoever's the top out of the wild card, NFC.
I think it's going to be the Lions.
Me too. Gosh, dang it, me too. I was kind of hoping we could debate on stuff.
No, we're going to debate on something here soon.
I was kind of hoping we could debate on stuff, but we got debates coming up at the end. Trust me.
Yeah.
So DTN even says Lions too, huh? Anybody else want to throw in an idea in the chat? So DTN, he's going all in, huh?
He went Lions, Commanders.
He's trying to tell us the next picks, and we're not even there yet.
Yeah.
But he agrees with us for the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that leaves 2 spots for a lot of really goddamn good teams, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
So who's your next over on the AFC?
On the AFC?
Yeah, who's your number 1 wild card?
I'm picking the Ravens for the 5th seed.
All right, so I took the Chargers because I've already got the Ravens in it, right? So you're saying Bengals take their division and the Ravens have to be the wild card this time. And I'm saying Ravens take their division, Chiefs take their division, and the Chargers, with the new Harbaugh, are going to be that first wild card pick, which worries me a bit because I know that they can. Now they've got the coaching; they can bring guys up into that Harbaugh system, and that's really going to put a pain in the ass on the Chiefs. That's going to be rough, dude. Those Harbaughs.
Yeah.
Imagine having to play the Harbaughs every goddamn year.
Mhm.
I mean, we've gotten away with a lot of shit. That's all I'm saying. we've got away with enough. I feel pretty good about it. But all right, cool, man. So, DTN says Broncos. Really? Broncos over the Chargers. You don't think Bo Nix is going to have a sophomore slump? I think the Broncos defense will be good enough to get them there. But I wonder if they're even going to make playoffs because there's going to be some teams fighting for this shit.
Yeah.
You can't just slop your way in and
The
hope.
Bengals. I mean, even if the Bengals don't make their division, right, they're going to be fighting the Broncos for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The wild
There's
card.
going to be teams. There's going to be teams that are not going to allow you to hope somebody gives you a fucking 18 or week 18 win. You know what I'm saying? And so last year was kind of funny to me because you had the Bengals bitching that we weren't doing.
Yeah, because if you guys started your starters, you guys would have beat the Broncos
because we started.
And then the Bengals would have been gifted that 7th seed.
Well, but not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows anyway. Don't count on it. Like if you have to hope another team does this or that to get your ass in, your team wasn't good enough.
No, they weren't.
And yeah, they had guys that really deserved to have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had some good players on that team.
Mm-hmm.
But they just didn't. I mean, between injuries and shit happens, they just weren't there. So if you're saying this year they come and take it back, that's pretty boss. Mm-hmm. But as far as the Broncos, man, I don't see them making 2 playoff shots in a row.
I see them missing the playoffs this year.
Right, me too. I don't see them getting 2 playoff shots in a row yet. I mean, good job.
I think they'll be competitive. they're going to be competitive.
Yeah. Oh, they're always going to be a thorn in your side, man. Especially if you have to go 2 mile high.
They're going to win. They're going to win at least 8 to 9 games.
Yeah, that's a booger to play at that stadium anyway, and so they're going to get. Yeah. They're going to bat 500. You know?
They could win 10 games, but you know what? You still have the Chargers and the Chiefs, and they could win more, and then kick them out. You know.
I got a feeling there's going to be a whole bunch of teams with a lot of wins this year.
Yeah,
a whole bunch of them. You know, this is about the best running back core I've seen coming out of college in a while, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of really good running backs. I think that's going to slow a lot of teams down because teams have been building to be that high output, fast, like scoring offense and stuff. And relying on running backs without just the perfect storm is rough. I want a running back in this draft. Trust me, you know, mm-hmm. I do want one of these guys.
Yeah.
But you can't just bring them in and then hope that that's going to be your golden ticket because I want one we can sit behind Isaiah and Kareem
mm-hmm.
and we can turn them into Priest Holmes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a guy that can learn the system behind 2 really, really good running backs. And then we can turn him into a Priest Holmes. I think that's why I like that Henderson kid so much. I hope we could just grab him if he's available.
Yeah.
Because we could just take the best available in any position right now. That's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. But, all right, let's go. Pick number 2 with the NFC. You said Lions. I said Lions. Who's your second wild card in the NFC? Now, this is going to stir shit up, you know.
It is. This is the one that's going to stir it up right here. I'm picking the Eagles.
I'm taking the Packers as the second one, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah.
You got to go with old trusty, you know, old trustworthy. You got to go.
Well, I'm picking the Packers to win the division, obviously. So.
Well, that's true. You did, didn't you? That's
mm-hmm.
right. So, yeah, I'm taking the Packers as the number 2 seed in the NFC or the number 2 wild card.
I think the Eagles are going to fall short, and they're going to end up giving the division to Washington. I think the Eagles, even though that they lost a lot of players,
pick. You're talking about the third pick because you've already got
No. I already said the Eagles.
Eagles are your second pick.
Yeah, I said that.
Okay.
What I'm getting at is, if you'd let me talk, was
No.
what I'm saying is the Eagles, like I said, Washington, they won the division. That's who I haven't picked, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, what I was getting at is the Eagles are going to fall short against Washington, and I know they lost a lot of guys, but I still think that they're going to be competitive enough to make the playoffs.
Definitely. I just think they're going to have 11 wins, and there's going to be a lot of 12-win teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm looking at here. Is there's going to be teams coming in just might knock the Eagles down to 10 wins, but I think 11 wins is where the Eagles are going to sit next year. But I think that in the NFC, there's going to be 12 and up win teams. It's going to be crazy, dude. There's going to be a bunch of 11-win teams.
It's going to be like the Vikings and the Lions, where they went 14 and 15 games.
Yeah.
They won 14 and 15 games that year.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be probably 12 and 13 wins throughout the whole NFC with a lot of teams.
Mm-hmm.
Except for, I think, the West and the South. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be whoever wins that division makes it.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that, but at the same time, got a couple sneakers that might just slip in there. So this is my dilemma for the next round. So let's go to the AFC for our second wild card pick.
Okay, I have the Chargers.
Okay, we're basically on the same page as here because I got the Bengals as my second.
Yeah.
And so we've got the same guys coming in so far.
Just different seeding.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's just like I said. We know who the juggernauts are.
Yes.
And DTN also has the Chargers there.
Yes.
Nice. Cool, man. This AFC is going to be cool until we try to get this third round pick, because this is where I got some stuff that's going to make you think, bro.
Well, you think about the AFC, right, with the last pick. I'm not throwing my pick in. I'm just saying, though, you have the Jets, the Dolphins, the Patriots. They're working on trying to do something, right?
Yeah.
And then you have you still have the Steelers, right? They're always been competitive. They're not going to have I don't think they're going to have a losing. They won't have a losing season, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I'll say that much. And
you don't think old Mason Rudolph can get them there while they?
No, they're probably going to be a 9 to 10 win team.
What if they draft a really good new guy, and Mason Rudolph plays the first 3 games, then the new guy comes in and just fucking blows?
You never know. We'll see. And then in the South.
What if they take Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. Then that could change. But for right now, as long as Aaron Rodgers is not with the Steelers, I don't see them making the playoffs.
All right. Fuck it. Let's do this. AFC first this time. This is the last and final pick. Let's go AFC this time.
I got the Houston Texans.
You got the Texans as the third wild card.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, DF, what's up? I love it. Check this out. I mean, he would too, man. He ripped me to pieces and stuff.
What's up, DF, brother? How you doing, man?
Love you, brother. Okay, so here's the funny that I was gonna go with for the third pick of the AFC. I say the Steelers could be that pick only if
Aaron Rodgers.
They do not take Rodgers.
Oh, they do. Ooh, there you go.
Put that in your book. I'd say Mason Rudolph can come in for the first 3 games and he'll win 2 out of 3. And then the Steelers have drafted someone and made moves to draft a quarterback and make a franchise quarterback again. And I believe said new guy is going to get trained up by the great coaching over there in Pittsburgh. And he's going to step in maybe week 4, right? Maybe week 5. I don't know. But he's going to step in and he's going to mow like it's a harvest, because nobody's going to know what the fuck to game plan for.
Yeah.
And the Steelers are going to end up getting like 11 or 12 goddamn wins. I seriously think it's going to take 11 or 12 wins in the AFC to make playoffs. Ain't going to be no slipping in 10 wins. You're going to have to get 12 to maybe 13 to secure your spot,
14 to win the conference.
If the Steelers take Rodgers, I see the Patriots with Vrabel making a playoff.
It's a good opportunity. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting. The Colts might not make it.
Take them, dude.
The Colts might not take it, and it could be the Patriots, or it could be the Jets, or it could be the Dolphins. I don't know. But my feelings are, I think the Colts are on the cusp of doing something great. I think they can do something in the South. I feel the Texans. I feel like they have talent, but I think they lack the coaching when it comes to being disciplined enough to get to that next level. That's just my thoughts on that.
I mean, yeah. So the Colts have been on the cusp of something great for like a decade, bro. You know what I mean? It's like every year, look at all these great changes. It looks like they got something really coming, and it seems like they just don't quite get all of the dominoes to fall in order. I mean, it's a hell of a team, and it always is, and they own the Chiefs. I got to be straight up. The Colts just own the Chiefs. I don't care what game it is. It could be playoffs. It could be not playoffs. The Colts freaking beat us. Drives me up the wall. So luckily, we haven't had to play them for a long time, but I got a feeling about to take an ass whooping from the Colts, Do the Chiefs play the Colts this year?
It's a good question. Do they?
I don't remember who does the West play the South?
We're gonna find out here real quick. Let's see what their Chiefs. I'm gonna have to Google it here.
Okay.
Chiefs 2025 schedule, or at least 25 opponents. Here we go. Here's a look at your opponents. Here we go. Let me exit out of this damn thing. Oh, come on. Later. So you guys do play the Colts and the Texans.
There's a loss.
And the Jaguars and the Titans, yeah.
Rats, there's a loss.
But the Colts are coming to Kansas City.
That doesn't matter, dude. They'll come there and they'll rub it in our goddamn noses, just like
you guys get to play the Eagles again. Obviously, that might be the opening game.
That would be a pretty cool opener.
Yeah, and you guys play the Commanders at home as well.
The Commanders are going to be a handful.
Yeah, the Chiefs. You guys have the Broncos, Raiders, obviously. Let's go with the Ravens. You guys have the Ravens, the Lions, the Texans, the Colts, the Eagles, and the Commanders. And then away, you have, of course, the Buffalo Bills, the Cowboys, the Jaguars, the Giants, and the Titans.
Okay, I'm feeling good about the away except for the Bills game. You guys are going to beat us regular season again, like usual. And the home games, that's a goddamn bunch of AFC heavy hitters I got to pound my way through.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, even the Eagles, geez, dude. NFC heavy hitters too, looks like. Ugh.
I tell you what, man. You guys open the season with the Chiefs and Eagles Super Bowl rematch. You guys are going to beat the Eagles.
Handily, bro. Handily. Yeah. With all the guys they've lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna knock it out of the park. But it's all that's gonna say is, look, the Chiefs are actually playing this time, which is almost an embarrassment. I'd almost rather lose to them and then just chug through the season, get 12 wins, barely get a playoff, and then just work it in the playoffs.
And I can see the Bills and Ravens opening week 1 as well. That would be an interesting game.
So with the NFC, who's your third pick, bro?
The Vikings.
So here's where I'm torn over there too, because I'm torn between thinking that the Cardinals might actually show up and play some football this year, especially with some of the guys they're picking up. They're picking up some. They've already got really good guys. They just needed to fill a bunch of holes, and it looks to me like they're filling those holes. Cardinals are looking like they could put something together. But the Eagles, so I got to have somebody in the third spot. And I mean, tried and tested, the Eagles are just pretty much around somewhere in the playoffs every goddamn year.
Yeah,
they're pushing it.
Yeah, I just think the NFC North.
But then there's the
I
Bucs,
think
bro.
They have the talent, man. They have the studs. They have they have. I could think it could go either way. It could be the Vikings winning that division. The Lions can possibly win that division. I know they had they played through a lot of adversity, and I just, but the Packers, man, they're right there too. They're looking to do something well, and I just feel like that it's gonna. I just think the Packers I think they're going to have what it takes to win their division this year.
Yeah, but what about the Buccaneers? So I've got to put somebody in the spot, and I've got Eagles, Cardinals, and Bucks, and the Buccaneers got guys that are like, no, I'll take less to stay here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That builds a team. I mean, these guys like it there.
Yeah.
They enjoy playing there. They're happy there. To me, that says family, and that's hard to beat,
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to beat. So I think maybe out of the three, this is really hard. Cardinals, Eagles, and Bucks. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of torn between the Eagles and Bucks, but I think the Bucks do it, bro. So in the entire NFC, my 7 teams would be Vikings, Falcons, Commanders, Seahawks, Lions, Packers, and Bucks. That's some strong teams, bro.
Yeah, I don't have the Bucks going in at all.
Really? What do you think the Bucks will get? 10 wins, 11?
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody else in that division got more than 10 wins last year.
I think the Falcons they can do something. They can build on Penix.
Think they're going to get the 11 wins?
I think they could do it. They're going to fight. They're going to fight the Bucks.
I think the Falcons are going to beat them. I think with Penix Jr. working it better this year as a sophomore because he only got a half a year last year. Nobody really knows his whole deal yet.
I think it's going to come down to Week 18, Falcons, Bucks, and I think whoever wins that game is going to win the division and hit and get that wild card and get in the playoffs.
So DF brings up something really good in the chat when he's talking about San Francisco's probably going to have a cakewalk.
Yeah, they have the easiest strength of schedule.
For real, it's not the strongest division at all. So it kind of, I guess to me, it just kind of depends on which team walks the best with their hands full of cake. I mean, what do you think, DF forever? You expect them to win their division again and go out round 1. Oh, there you go. There's a hot take, man.
Yeah.
I mean, even thinking that they're going to win the division after losing all those guys, right? And are they staying with Purdy?
Yeah, they're staying with Purdy.
I mean, who they got left, man?
McCaffrey.
Is he still there? He's still there.
Yeah, McCaffrey, Kittle.
So they're going to have to rely
on the and
all I got to do is watch out for McCaffrey and Kittle.
Yeah.
There ain't no Debo.
Yeah, Debo is now with
Patriots, dude, didn't he? Wait, where'd he go? No, he went to Washington, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to Washington.
That's right. Oh, god dang, Commanders just keep.
Diggs went to the Patriots.
Diggs did, that's right.
So I think we should get DF Forever and DTN on here in the next few minutes, but not right now. We'll give it a couple minutes, but I want that we should ask them about his thoughts about Diggs going to the Patriots. First, but he's going to type it out. First full season, Diggs is going to bring out the best in the quarterback. Then he's going to turn into a diva wanting the ball out of the time most of the time. We'll see. I'm interested to see what the Patriots do. I'm really, really curious. I'm excited to see the Jets, the Patriots, and the Dolphins this year, on how are they going to be more competitive in the AFC East. And I would like to see. I'm interested to see what the Broncos do this year, what the Raiders do this year.
I really think that
You know,
we don't have to worry much about that because we're going to see the Chiefs and the Bills in the goddamn AFC Championship.
I agree. I totally agree. I mean, we talked about it, and it's probably going to happen.
It's every year, man.
Yeah,
it's every year.
So
always in there.
The NFC is going to.
We're going to add DTN and DF forever. Right now, what's up, fellas?
Oh, look at that!
You guys see me okay?
Yeah, we can see and hear you good, bro.
DTN and DF, Dwayne, what's up, my brother?
What's up, boys?
It's awesome.
What do you think, DF? I say we're going to still see the Chiefs and the Bills in the AFC Championship again.
I see it.
I see it. I think the Bills might host it.
You know, I 100 see that, but that's going to be our path all over again with Casey and the Bills. And until hold on 1 second, I got to mute myself. There we go. And until any other team proves it,
right?
We are who is going to take Kansas City one way or another. There's not another team that's going to take Kansas City on the AFC. And I'll tell you what pisses me off, guys. Sorry, I'm hoarse. I'll tell you what pisses me off is all these other piece of crap, little other teams
Easy
that
now,
think they are so
teams.
big that they're like the Patriots. No disrespect, I know Patriots global or Patriots fans here, but no disrespect to another team. But till you can prove that you're going to destroy us in the regular season, teams in our division's going to destroy us in the regular season.
Right.
We are going to make it to the playoffs. Until a team in the playoffs, other than maybe the Bengals, which has no defense again.
Yeah.
Only in Baltimore, where they're choke artists.
For real.
Choke artists.
It's going to end up being us in Kansas City. And I'd like to hear everyone's thoughts, including our other guy here.
I want to say, DF, I don't disagree with the fact that the Patriots they're progressing, but I don't think they're going to compete with the Bills until they have a really good roster. I agree, I'm not delusional like some of the Jets fans who think they can compete with the Bills.
Guys.
It's or good to see you, though, bro.
Dolphins. Let's keep it about the teams.
But I think that we need to see how this roster personnel is going to look. I think coaching got better. I think defense looked better, but I think there's some areas on the team that needs a little bit of improvement. Plus, if we can compete the Bills, first we gotta take games off against the Jets and at least take games off of the Dolphins and at least compete against other good teams rather than beating teams that are lower than 500. So that's step one. And then
honestly, boys, right now, if I was going to pick my teams because of rosters alone, I think I would probably have the Jets in there somewhere in those 7.
Yeah.
But Glenn is unproven. Everybody knows this has to happen. You have to prove yourself. You have to make your mark like these juggernauts that we're talking about that are already going to we just know they're going to be there. We just know the Bills are going to make it.
Damn, it's got to be that one hair, doesn't it?
You guys are proven, right? Right. And so I got to see what Glenn does. I got to see what Vrabel can do over there at the Patriots.
Yeah.
But Vrabel's technically kind of proven already. We know the guy's a playoff caliber guy. We just haven't seen He's not a Hall of Fame coach until he proves that, right?
Got to pray for injuries, a healthy team.
I mean,
through the
right.
season.
So maybe all of the dominoes will get in line for him, and he does prove it. Maybe Aaron Glenn stumbles upon some shit that just makes us all go, whoa, what? So as far as that, yes, I've seen some fans get a little out of hand with their fandom. We all do it. It's just because we love our teams and stuff. We get tired of seeing other teams be able to beat us all the time. Bills.
King, as far as I see us going at it again, some of the problems that we had facing Kansas City, number one or number two cornerback, Rasul Douglas, played horrible last year.
Gosh.
He was a nightmare.
But he's really good, though.
No, Rasul Douglas, you can freaking have him. Rasul Douglas was good. You're thinking of Benford, sir.
Oh, I
Douglas
am.
was
Actually,
good his first year
you
with
got
the
me
Bills.
there. I am.
When the Buffalo traded for Douglas,
I was.
Rasul, and here's the other thing with the Bills that I've really got to add. Our wide receiver Cooper and Rasul Douglas. Here we sit on the 30th of freaking March. Neither of them have a team. What does that tell you of the trailer trash performances these two players were putting on for the Buffalo Bills?
Look,
what does that
I don't
tell
want you to hold back, okay? I want you to tell us exactly how you feel.
No, in all honesty, I think right now what the Bills are going to do is I think we're done in free agency. I think what the Buffalo Bills are hoping to do is hit it hard in the NFL draft on our defensive line. Instead of just getting to the quarterback, we need to get home. So I think we're either going to get on the first round either an edge rusher or a one-tech defensive tackle because the guy we have is old for one-tech. Help me out with his name. I don't have it on top of my head right this second.
On the Bills roster for the tackle?
Yeah, for one-tech defensive tackle. Give me 2 seconds, I'll tell you.
Anthony probably
Daquan Jones.
Oh, Daquan Jones, that's right.
Daquan Jones. He's going to be 32 this year. He's lost so many steps, it's not going to be funny. As for my thoughts on the Patriots here, since we got the Patriots fan here in the chat, I'll tell you who ticks me off for your team right now.
Far away.
And that's your GM.
Oh gosh, do not remind me of Elliot Wolf. I know that I have so many fans.
No, listen to me. It's in a bad way, in a good way. He's so overpaid for Diggs, but in a good way, it was so smart because the Diggs contract is totally paid for after the first year. So when this boy turns into a little drama boy, just like he has with every other team after a year or two of not getting his way, and trust me, it's going to happen fast with the Patriots, they can just get rid of him and not lose a penny. So that's why I think in the same sentence, your GM was so smart and so stupid at the same time.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings. To be honest, I wasn't like a huge fan of Stephon Diggs. Like, yes, we need like a wide receiver, but I had mixed feelings basically coming off of a season-ending injury plus of his attitude. Like, I knew like we could have gone someone else, but the fact that Diggs was the only one available, regardless of like we could have gone
not the only one available. You guys paid a lot of money for that guy, and he's gonna. I just worry. I worry that he's gonna go 5 games and then just peter right the hell out because you guys guaranteed him like almost $30 million, I think.
I think it was 26.
29?
But
Was it 26?
it was 26.
Jeez, dude. A guy like Diggs, if he's not happy with that roster, he's just gonna fucking limp like Tyreek Hill. I don't trust the drama side of those guys. So everybody talked bad about Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh, give me a
God
break.
damn, that kid has never given us any drama. And he's always been right there, right when we needed him. You know what I mean? So to me, I'm loving Juju. I've been happy with that kid every time he's been with us. You know, we lost him to you guys for what, like a year, right?
Yeah, I wasn't mad about
you guys didn't even use him the way he's literally we trained him to be. And then so you guys set him to the side, and then he comes back with us and gets a ring and then goes for another one. So the same thing with Mecole Hardman. We sold him for a reason. Like, okay, look, you want a lot of money. We're not going to pay the money. Matter of fact, we're going to try to upgrade your spot because you're good, but you're not great, right? So it sucks to lose guys that we love, but we sent Mecole to the Jets. Not once did they use him like he's supposed to be used. Mecole Hardman is perfect if the ball is in his hands and then he gets going, okay? Because he's faster than everybody on the field. He was faster than Tyreek, right? So if you use him on a sweep or a pitch out here where he's open and then he can judge where he's going to run, he's not afraid. Now, if he's way downfield in coverage and there's guys on him, he ain't going for the ball, right? He's not DeAndre Hopkins. He's not a receiver. He's a track star, right? So we got him back literally for pennies on the dollar. So we made money on that. And the Jets were like, wait a minute, that's the guy we just sold you back? Yeah, he's the one that caught that touchdown pass to win the Super Bowl. Because we know how to use him right. If he's not covered, throw that ball right to him, right? But if there's one guy even close, he's a track star, man. He ain't made to take a hit, right? So if you use these guys right, which I don't know if anybody has ever even thought about how Diggs is supposed to be used, except for probably my team. We probably looked at it and went, that just doesn't fit our style. But who really has looked at him and said that? Maybe Vrabel will. Maybe Diggs doesn't act like a little diva on this one, and maybe he's out. I know, dude. I see butterflies too, Anthony.
Stop it, King. Stop it.
Maybe he does work out though, but it takes that right coaching that can see a guy's strong points.
With that serious of an injury and him being as old as he is now,
exactly.
How is that going to affect his play?
It's a good spend. I think I would have saved that money and used it like a couple of other places because there was guys available all over the league.
Diggs was not the best wide receiver on the market, by the way.
Receivers are interchangeable. If you guys haven't figured this out, then you're wondering why other teams don't make it to the playoffs and win because they're spending so much money on those goddamn receivers. Fuck. There's so many of them that didn't make the league that could just walk on and take all these guys' jobs.
Worthy is exchangeable. Worthy's not a guy that's going to play number 2 wide receiver the whole time. He's going to be in and out, in and out, in and out based on need to play.
I think Worthy is – I think after being with D-Hop, he has turned into what's going to be a wide receiver 1.
No way.
Fast enough to get open, and now he's a ball hawk. And it took D-Hop. It took DeAndre Hopkins. And God dang, I love that guy. I wish he was still a Chief. But now he's somewhere else, and he's going to make all of their receivers great. Just because it oozes out of him. And it's not like getting – so if you get D-Hop, it's not like picking up Aaron Rodgers where nothing happens. It's like picking up a guy who will grab another guy and go, hey, man, listen to this. This is how I do it. You know, go be great. Little pat on the ass.
Please tell me what Worthy has done.
What he's done?
Make you think that he has a potential to be a true number 1 wide receiver in this league, knowing there are not a lot of true number 1 wide receivers.
Losing day. He set a record, the most
right.
receptions and touchdowns by a rookie in a Super Bowl. His first
Come
try.
on, you can't base this on a Super Bowl.
Why? He helped us get
because Diggs had one of the best games ever in the 13-second game. Not Diggs. Our Davis had one of the best games in our 13-second game, and look at how he ended up. You can't base something off one game, my friend.
Well, no, I'm not just talking about that game. That was just I thought you said the biggest thing he did. I thought that's what you said was like, show me like what
I
was
guess
his
what I'm
greatest
trying
day.
to say is
That was his best day,
other
dude.
than
He went out
that
there
game,
while everybody else
what
was
makes you think in your head that he has shown you enough to be a true number one wide receiver? Because he hasn't shown it to me.
Ever since D-Hop got there, it took him about 4 weeks. And then every ball thrown to that kid,
stop. I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay.
This is where we're going to argue.
Okay.
He produced that well because D-Hop was there.
No,
because D-Hop was getting a lot of looks on the other side. Okay. It's because D-Hop was there that he was
You're not getting what I'm
open.
putting out, though. What I'm putting out is he was just a track star at first. But then after, and I was watching at the practices and everything, man. I love my team, so I watched this stuff. At the practices and stuff, D-Hop was just like, hey, man, like, so you're really fast. You can get down there. But if there's 3 guys still on you, that's your ball, right? I don't know what exactly he said, but after a while, now the ball's coming, and maybe it's not as accurate as we all hoped that. Hey, there's Mike. Maybe it's not as accurate as we hoped, like the Patrick Mahomes would be throwing, so you're going to have to be the guy that goes and gets it, right? And he turned from just a guy that ran to try to get open to a guy that ran down there, and when he seen that ball, he would go take it from a defender. And that's a fact. Ask Anthony. He watched those games with me.
So I have a question.
He changed.
So I have a question.
What I see is potential wide receiver 1.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Should a player that is receiving 100 targets, I'll just throw that number up, have a 1,000-yard year?
You think they would?
No, I mean, dude, seriously, if a guy can average 11 yards a reception, that's a fucking good receiver. Okay? If a guy can average 10 yards a reception.
Right, and the number one wide receiver is an effing good receiver. And I'm watching my language because I got an elderly mother resting.
Oh, you're
so
good.
Now this is where you just screwed yourself. And I'll tell you where you just screwed yourself. Worthy had 98 targets for 638 yards.
That's right.
He has shown nowhere near enough to prove to me that he has the potential to be a number one wide receiver.
You're right. Until about week 7. So you could do your stats all you want, but if you watch his basic metamorphosis throughout the season, once we got a D-Hop, the kid started changing. That's where he started picking up his yards because he was dropping them, man. Like I said, he was a track star. He was trying to get open. They'd throw the ball. He wasn't going over there with that big guy guarding that ball.
Yeah, Worthy was the only player on the Chiefs roster in the Super Bowl that showed up to play.
Yeah.
Everybody
else was tired.
That
kid's a little straight edger, all this crap that you see on the news. Just wait. Just wait. There's more to this story, And I think Worthy is probably the first rookie I've ever had that was smart enough to just videotape everything he did in his life. That way nobody can really go at him and really prove it. Because he has it all on video, literally exact opposite of what that crazy chick was saying. I've seen the footage. This chick is nuts. She was
Travis Kelce's progress is going to go down.
Okay, that
hold on. Travis Kelce's progress is going to go down.
There's not even a
You
point I'm
don't
going to
have
argue on.
D-Hop.
Yeah, look at his
So
age.
we're going to find out this year whether Worthy goes up or not.
Right.
Well, then you got Noah Gray too, the tight
I
end
love
for the
Noah.
Chiefs.
Oh, he's
You know, the Chiefs have good tight ends. They really do.
How long has Kelsey been playing?
I mean, 13 years.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2013 when we picked him up. Maybe 2012 or 11.
I hate to say it, but experience tells me that there's a certain time when things just slow down a little
Right.
bit. You know, it just happens.
Right. But Big Trav has been in the gym and working on speed and working on a lot of stuff because he got humbled last year.
Yeah.
And then he even talks about it on his New Heights podcast too. He's like, look, I got humbled. I ain't getting humbled again. And so he's been working out like 4 times what he ever did. Right.
Yeah.
Like he's going to, this might be his like last year. So he wants to go out with a big bang. He wants a 1,000-yard season as a tight end one more time.
14th year for Travis Kelce this year.
I mean, that's a hell of a career
season.
right there.
14th?
Yeah. How many players
Nice.
actually make it even that long?
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's my boy Harrison, you know, and he's going
Dude.
one more year.
Harrison's a beast, bro. It's good to
Oh,
see
See,
him,
as you
Mike.
see, King, I am a Buffalo Bills fan first. I've always maintained this. No matter what pods I'm thankfully
sure, bro.
joined. Thank you for allowing me to join yours.
Man,
I
love you, bro.
After that, I am an NFL fan. So when you talk specifics about things like number 1 wide receivers and things like that,
Right.
the stats that go through my head,
Well, I can tell, dude. You're like a little computer sitting
where I
over
can
there,
tell
bro.
right away when I hear a possible BS meter going on.
Possible wide receiver 1. He's got potential to become a wide receiver 1. I think Rashee Rice is going to come back, and he's going to maybe miss 4 games this year because of the driving real fast on the freeway with goddamn traffic. What a fool. But I think he's going to be between him and Hollywood Brown. Those are going to be my wide receiver 1s until Worthy breaks out about week 3. About week 4, maybe. Worthy's just going to be like, this is my job.
You know I have a killer memory, right?
Yeah.
So you know by week 3 or 4, if he doesn't break out, I'm going to come
if he
on the
does,
pod and I'm going to
if he
take
does,
the living
I like
right
Bush
out of you. Got
If
a
he
question for our Patriots fan over here.
Yes, sir.
And then a final comment as far as where I see the Patriots ending up in the division. And I think you'll appreciate that. But first, do you think the Patriots can do good enough to pull number 2 in the division this year?
Yes.
We shall see, because at best I think we can go number 3 in the division, because unless we can beat the Dolphins, for somehow we can't even beat the Dolphins yet, at least we could compete with take games off the Bills, but we can't even beat the Dolphins. So until I see us beating the Dolphins or
What's Vrabel's record against the Dolphins?
3-0.
Mike Vrabel's 3-0 against the Dolphins. Is that what you're telling me?
I'll tell you what I see
Well,
out of New England.
What's Vrabel's record against analytics coaches? Because I bet you he's probably undefeated against all analytics. Because
He is.
he plays
no, he's lost one. I'll tell you what I see out of New England, the Dolphins. I think New England has done just enough to split with the Dolphins this year. And I think the Jets are stuck in mediocrity. Hell right now.
I'll tell you what.
Where
I'm gonna. Let me
New
do it.
England is improving. 2 is not the answer for Miami. Let's face facts. So I am very optimistic of New England this year. I think New England very confidently will be number 2 in our division this year.
Well, we
And I
better
think the
end
Jets will be third.
we better end Tua's
In England, huh?
winning streak against
Yeah,
the Patriots, since we boosted the defense through free agency. I like to see the defense looking a lot better. Just a question if the offense can pull through, since Drake May had barely anything. Now we have Diggs and your guy Mac Hollins.
And don't underestimate Mac Hollins and Diggs together, trust me. But where have you improved in your defensive backs?
Fucking Vrabel's bringing, pardon my language, Vrabel's bringing analytics to the Patriots. He's an old school coach, and he says he's open to using some analytics, so he wants to bring some. So he's going to try to morph this into a half Dolphins, is he?
Well, let me tell you, Mike Vrabel against the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Jets here.
Okay.
Mike Vrabel is 10-7 against the Dolphins. Against the Jets, he is 13-4.
Damn.
Against Buffalo, he is 16-2.
Damn.
Interesting.
Damn, dude.
The next
Where
step,
has New England improved in their defensive back category?
wait, what about the secondary?
Has New England improved their secondary this
Oh, yeah.
offseason?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. They got Carlton Davis. We got some bodies at safety.
You don't need to say anymore. That's why you're going to compete. Tyreek's everything was at their wide receiver position is going to take a very small step back this year, and that's why you're going to split. You already answered it.
Plus, we upgraded our defensive line. Plus, we upgraded our linebacker crew.
For real. Dude, the Patriots had all the money this year. And they really brought in some guys, dude. And now they're looking at a good draft, too.
Yeah.
So they're looking at a good 5-6 years of a stretch here with Vrabel. And they get to start with the biggest money bag. That's a coach's dream, dude.
And I think Drake May is better than Ryan Tannehill.
He is. Drake May is good. He's shown me flashes of some really good stuff, you know.
By the way, King.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, King.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm going to do after this? You ready for a laugh?
What's that?
I'm going to hop on X and PMTD and send him a link to this video
Nice.
so he can watch my response to how I feel about the Miami Dolphins.
There you go. I mean, so honestly, my thing with the Dolphins, bro, is they've got a coaching and a quarterbacking problem. If they had a different coach and a different quarterback, that's a good team, dude. They've got so much talent. And I guess I've said that so many times. It just sounds like the same old shit, huh?
Yeah. But they lost Javon Holland. He went. Their safety went to the Giants.
That kid's good too.
I know they still have Jalen Ramsey, but Jalen Ramsey, I mean, he's getting old.
Don't give me that crap. That kid is a Hall of Famer.
He's good, but he doesn't have anybody to play alongside with him.
Yeah, that's what you really need for sure. Because that's one sure way to make this guy look better is have good guy over here. You know, they can both make each other look better, right?
Did I hear you think Jalen Ramsey's going to be a Hall of Famer?
Possible. He's that good, dude. He was really, really good.
Well, he did comment and said Josh Allen was a good quarterback, and that he turned out to be wrong on that.
I said that Josh Allen wasn't a good quarterback?
No. Jalen Ramsey said.
Oh, I never said he was right about his football takes. I said he's good enough. Like, he's possible Hall of Famer, dude. Like, he's up there with the greats. He really has done a really good job in his career. I like defense. I'm not going to try to shine on him. I'm not going to try to smoke on him. You know, the kid's been really good his whole career. And I really think that he's got more juice in the tank. So we could talk about him if you want, but I think I'm pretty damn close to it because he's
10 years, 24 interceptions. I don't think is going to be enough to get him there.
That's
And
pretty
trust
cool.
me, that is one of the biggest stats they look at
Okay, so how many
for that position.
how many
in the
times
Hall
do
of
they throw
Fame.
the ball to his side? Percentage per game. I wonder because I bet you people don't throw the ball to his side.
Doesn't matter. Hall
Right.
of Fame cornerbacks get interceptions.
Well, that just means they had help on the other side. He's been out there by himself.
No. Hall of Fame's cornerbacks, they all get the ball thrown very little on their side, and they still manage to get a lot of interceptions. It's fact.
Okay.
So that's why.
How do you
it's
get
just
the
my humble
interceptions,
opinion why I don't think he'll be a Hall
How
of
do you get
Famer.
interceptions though? Because I played on defense and I got interceptions. How do you get interceptions? They think you're the weak link and they throw it on your side, right? And so that's when you get your
To
attempt.
move in. Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey is really good at contact to the ball.
He's a ball hawk.
But where he's not a ball hawk.
He is.
He's just really good at getting contact when the ball hits the wide receiver.
I
Where
tell you,
he's not good at is predicting route runners. He's horrible at predicting route runners.
hang on there.
Stephon Diggs screwed that guy so many
That
times.
kid
He was
what?
such a hater of
Man,
Stephon
he would
Diggs
be
when it came to
on
Buffalo.
your guy, bro.
You remember?
He would be right
You
on your guy
remember how
the
much
entire way
trash
down
talk
the
the
field.
Buffalo
No
Bills
matter,
got
and
from
didn't
Jalen
have to put
Ramsey?
hands on him.
You remember
That's
how
amazing.
much bullshit
He's great.
Josh Allen got from Jalen Ramsey about how he was going to own us. But when we got a good route runner,
Oh, we're
and
gonna judge this
Diggs,
on one game.
he
I thought you said that was against the rules. You
destroyed
gotta follow your
the
own rules.
fool. He destroyed him. So don't give me that crap.
You gotta follow your own rules. If you gotta tell me I can't judge somebody on one game, then you can't either. Because you're
How many
bringing up
times have we
only
played
one
Jalen
game.
Ramsey? I'm not talking about one game.
Yeah, you are. You're talking about that one game where Josh Allen actually made him humble because he was talking shit.
No.
And that's like the only reference
J-
you bring up. You brought
Josh
up-
Allen screwed Jalen Ramsey in multiple games.
So has Patrick
multiple.
Mahomes. So has my receivers. But he's still always
Yeah,
right
thank
there.
you. Thank
But he's
you.
always right there, dude. Competing against
He
way better.
is right there when it comes to the outside speedy players where he
Yeah.
doesn't have to adjust to the wiggle. He doesn't have to deal with,
And
think
he's
about,
always playing
is this
against
dude
better
going to
teams.
go inside and then out real quick? He's really good at dealing with fast wide receivers where he is going to be right there all the time.
Mhm.
But he gets screwed with route runners. You've seen it. I've seen it.
John Paul O'Keefe's
He's
here, bro.
seen it.
Remember John?
He's
You know
seen
John
it.
Paul O'Keefe.
I'm sorry, what?
You know
Yes.
John Paul O'Keefe. He's saying hi. Heck yeah.
Sup, brother?
Heck yeah.
Go, John.
Go Buffalo.
So wait, let's check out. I want to talk to Mike a little bit now. Mike, let's see if I can put you guys on the big screen. I don't know if I can. That's not it. That's
There you
not
go.
it.
Yeah, there's you.
That's just me. Stay here. All right.
That way,
So,
dude. That
Mike,
way. Whoop.
tell me about your division. Who is taking the NFC North this year?
Vikings are looking really good. I mean,
Yeah.
they are looking. We say that every fucking year. We do.
There's a reason Roger
Every year.
really wanted the Vikings.
But I mean, they've still got this huge cap space that they can work with.
Hmm.
they're already
Oh, they've been
looking
working with it.
stronger than they did last year, and we know how last year went. Not too bad for. I mean, nobody expected them to do anything last year, and Sam stepped up. We love Sam, but this year, I don't know. It's looking. I'm optimistic.
I am too, bro.
I know. Last year you kept telling me, "No, watch out, watch out." Watch what's. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a mediocre year, but it was better this year. Now this year, I'm a little bit optimistic. It's looking good.
I told you, bro.
It's looking really good.
I told you, bro.
It's going to be out of the Vikings, Lions, and Packers again. Who's going to win that division?
Yeah,
I think it could be 1 to 2 games that's going to decide that division.
Yeah, Packers are the ones to beat.
I got it right there. I picked the Vikings in the North, bro.
I still think Vikings are going to do it. This is
JJ's got a lot of talent, bro. So people keep forgetting how goddamn good and how wanted that kid was.
He's going to have a breakout year. I know he is. Yeah.
But I was excited to see him last year. But boy, I mean, messing yourself up the first game, that sucks.
Yeah,
shit. That was even before first game, wasn't it? When did that happen? Wasn't it like preseason or something?
I believe it was. Yeah, it was preseason.
Yeah, dude, and boy, JJ's got some juice, and I hope he had a whole year to sit and watch Sam Darnold fuck that up.
Oh, he's
the greatest team on paper.
He's been back there chomping at the bit. Yeah.
I hope he's pissed.
Honestly, I do think that rookies should sit for a year, learn the system, and then play a few games at the end of the season if they're able to, right?
Well,
to be that quarterback for that franchise. And I think with that injury, I think that helped JJ.
It happened. It happened that way for Aaron.
Yeah.
It happened that way for Steve Young.
Yes.
It happened. I mean, yeah. So that's just, yeah.
Richie Fresh is here saying hello to DF. What's up? Let's go. So, yeah, I picked the Vikings for sure. I think JJ's going to – so whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, in my opinion. This kid had a broken bone, maybe 2 broken bones.
It was
they will heal stronger if it's a bone. ACL, different story. That's a tendon. They don't get stronger. We have pretty amazing medical these days, so you can heal it, but it don't get no stronger. A bone does. JJ's gonna be fine, bro. This year he's gonna shine. It's gonna be fun. I mean, Sam took that team so far. JJ was ready by the time it was closer to playoffs.
Yeah, he's been ready.
Why do it? Just like Anthony said, let him sit. Let's see if we can train him up to the system so that next year it's gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be really
look at the comment in the chat with Richie Fresh.
Yeah, I agree about the Vikings pick winning the NFC North, just because Lions lost a lot of coaching staff members, and Vikings.
Yeah, that's disappointing too. I mean, they're tough competitors, but I like the Lions. I love that program. I really do. I've been a Matt Stafford fan for years.
I like Matthew.
He's just that dude's got it going on. He just
game 1, his first game he ever played. I saw his team kind of losing, and it was down to the wire, and he said, "No, I want to win." And he went out there and he won his first game by taking that ball and plowing through the other team. It was fucking beautiful. And he's a big, strong kid back then, right? Still is. And I was just like, I like that guy. He's got a lot of win in him. There's guys that have a lot of win in them. There's guys that don't have any quit in them. And then there's guys that have some quit in them.
Well, Matt Stafford's got no quit.
Right. So
He's-
he doesn't have no quit.
He's been through how many years where he hasn't had the support that he needs.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's on his franchises.
yeah, it is. It's not his fault, but he stood up and he got in there and got the job done where it
As soon
needed
as
to
he
be done.
left,
Took it
as
as
soon as
far
he
as
left
he
the
could.
franchise that didn't
And
care
that's-
about him.
Yeah, that's why I'm so impressed with him because he don't quit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Now he doesn't have Cooper Cup, but he does have Devontae Adams now.
mhm.
That's going to be a cool duo there.
And their defense,
Mhm.
their defense is looking good.
I love Kyrene Williams, the running back. I think the Rams are going to be awesome this year. I really do. They have a great offense. They have a Puka Nakua, man. My goodness.
All right, I'm going to answer Richie Fresh here. Richie, this is my bro, Mike. He's over there with Anthony.
Hey,
If you
and
hang
this is my
around
first time
guys-
meeting Anthony, by
Yes.
the way. So,
Yes.
hey,
Hey, brother.
yeah,
if you hang
we
around with guys that ride motorcycles, they're going to end up
we've
all really hairy.
we've been on.
Smoking with that 80s rock and roll look, I must say.
Yeah, he's got some ZZ Top attitude going on, doesn't he? Especially, he wears his sunglasses at night. So yeah,
So
yeah,
tomorrow,
that's you, bro.
in the morning, I'm getting up. I've been packing all day. We're trailering the bikes down to St. George, maybe Mesquite,
Oh wow.
and I'm spending all next week in Scottsdale, Arizona,
Nice.
and Tucson, Tombstone,
Nice.
Cave Creek,
Now's the perfect time before it gets all hot. Springtime's the
Yeah.
best time for that.
Arizona Bike Week, all this next week.
Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness. Be
That's,
nice.
That's where I'm gonna be. But yeah. So
He
and you
wanted me
guys-
to go, and I'm just like,
you're
man.
gonna have to just
fucking
excuse
kid.
my absence. I know I haven't been with Jamie and these guys for a couple of weeks. There's been some shit going on, but anyway, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna head down south and clear my head for a bit.
There you go.
So
There you go.
You mind if I take a second to talk to my Buffalo Bills man here?
Yes.
Go for it. I'm gonna go and refill my beer.
Oh, there we go.
and
Get
then
on the screen. Get over there.
I'm over here. Here, we're gonna do this.
Do we have to kill it in the draft as far as defensive line, whether it's edge
I
or,
fix it. I
or
fix it.
one tech D tackle?
Fix it. I fix it. Sorry.
no flushing.
Say that one more time. I apologize.
No, don't apologize. Defensive line, whether it's defensive tackle or edge.
I think we do
Defensive
that.
tackle being a one tackle, edge being a quarterback sack minister. Does the Buffalo Bills have to nail it this year in the draft?
I think they need to. I think they need to nail the defense hard. I don't think. I mean, yeah, I know Dan was talking about maybe a wide receiver, but I think honestly, when it comes to it, I think this draft should be about defense, and it should be about improving what we need to have so that we can make that next step and make that leap, so that we can beat our damn arch rivals and to get into the Super Bowl. Simple as that. And if not, then I could see the Chiefs going again. So that's my opinion on that.
King, I'm telling you, unless and trust me, our first two of the 3 rounds, I'll say, first 2 of the 3 rounds, I'm going to say that unless we either nail it at the one tech position or a sack master, we won't have enough to get home against Mahomes.
I agree.
When I say getting home at Mahomes, distracting Mahomes, getting him to run out of the pocket is one thing. But the Buffalo Bills have struggled to get home and get sacked on Mahomes. We need to get home more. Thoughts on that, King?
So,
Eagles definitely.
I like the moves that you guys have already made in free agency. So the Bills have gotten stronger. Honestly, though, the Chiefs have gotten stronger too. And this is the bane that you guys have to chew on, you know? I mean, the Chiefs keep getting stronger too. And I know Dan on his channel said, like, oh, this is it, the Chiefs are done and everything. And I clipped that shit because I watched what my team did. We basically filled all of the gaps that we had before. Tackles taken care of. Everything's taken care of. We lost a couple guys I really love, but we did not downgrade. We got younger versions that are just really, really good at this. They're taking a little bit less so they could be on a Super Bowl team.
You guys took a hit on defense this year, though, didn't you?
It's what?
Not really.
You guys took a hit on defense this year with free agents.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about right now. The defense is actually better. It's pretty impressive what my guys did.
They did lose Justin Reed.
We did lose Justin. I love Justin.
You guys kept Bolton.
Yeah, we got Bolton, but like we brought in other guys that are literally their stats are either equivalent or better than who we lost for cheaper. We brought in other guys as well. So coming into the draft, the Chiefs are in this crazy situation I have never seen before. We can just not make any trades and just take the best players available. Like this is a freedom I've never seen for my team because it's locked down. We have a contender team just with the free agency stuff we did.
I'm going to piggyback off of what DF said too. I agree with what DF said, but I do believe that we never really had a true edge rusher or defensive tackle to really get to the quarterback in the last 2 or 3 seasons. I know we had.
No, hold on. I'm going to stop you there. We have the defensive tackle in Oliver, but here's the problem with that. Unless you have a true one-tech D guy that's going to be, 6'5", 335 pounds plus, that's going to consistently take 2 players all the time. Oliver ain't worth the paper he stands on. Oliver is a very talented sacker, but we don't have that one tech guy that's going to be consistent. Right
well, we don't
now.
have a 2-player tandem, is what it comes down to.
Thank you, Anthony.
That's what I'm saying.
Trash.
Thank you, Anthony.
Von Miller.
Trash. Shaquan Jones is trash. Come on.
But Buffalo, I believe if Buffalo actually had somebody that complimented Von Miller or complimented, Jordan,
Von's gone.
Say again. I know Von's gone now.
Anthony's talking about if you had some supporting cast on the other side of that line, it sure would have helped the
last
guys
couple
on
years.
the side of that line. That's what the Chiefs have. We've got
Von aging out hurt us.
Side.
We had Greg Russo on the other side. It's just a
Russo,
matter of either something complimenting as an edge rusher, like I said, or a one-tech defensive tackle. You have the 3 of those going together on our defensive line. I'm telling you, Kansas City's going to struggle against this one much more.
My team practices every practice all week long against a top 5 defense. Like, seriously. So all we got to do is score enough because we know that top 5 defense, and it's going to be another top 5 defense. They've literally only improved. If they were a top 5 defense last year, they're 4 this year. They've only improved.
I think your defensive back struggled this year
against teams like that.
I think Kansas City's defensive back struggled this year, but that's just my personal opinion. Your defensive back, yeah.
I don't think you haven't been paying attention. You're still thinking we got the same guys as last year. You haven't been paying attention at all. We have improved on defense more than on offense. The only thing we've really improved on offense is our guys are healthy and we filled a big line gap.
I'm talking defensive backs. How did you improve defensive back wise? Because I got your depth chart in front of me.
Defensive back, yeah. You got McDuffie as your cornerback 1, but who's your cornerback 2?
Yeah.
You say you
Is
got
that
it right in
like-
front of you. Read it to me. Tell me his stats. I don't have it with me right here.
Your lineup for your defensive backs is McDuffie, Hicks, Cook, and Fulton, with
What's
your
wrong with
nickelback being Connor.
What's wrong with him? And Fulton is good, dude. We just picked him up. He's really good.
Fulton is good.
Yeah.
The Chargers.
Oh yeah, he was with the free agent from the Chargers. That's
Yeah.
right.
And then before that, he was with the Titans.
Fulton played with the Chargers for 1 year, and then he was with the Titans. And the dude has 4 seasons where he played a lot of games total out of 5, and he has 5 interceptions.
Okay.
And his average PF.
So you're saying he's doing better than Jalen Ramsey? Bam!
Nice try.
Year by year, he's better than Ramsey.
You're funny.
It's true. You just said it.
And
'cause you gave me the
Fulton's
stats on Ramsey.
PFF is 71.1. By the way, Jalen Ramsey's PF, seeing you brought him up.
I bet he's better than Ramsey.
Oh, speaking of McDuffie, when are your Chiefs going to extend McDuffie?
Dude, well, McDuffie's still a rook. We just barely got him.
Nice try. Jalen
Crap.
Ramsey's PFF is just about a 77. So nice try. Do
Well, they're
not
both in
pass
the
go to
70s.
that collect $200.
They're both in the 70s.
Come on. You
What was
just
I
got
sitting on
through
before?
saying, I bet he's better than Jalen
What was I
Ramsey.
sitting
Get
on
out of here
before?
with that crap.
What was I sitting on before? I'm sitting on nothing, man. So wait, what's this got here?
There's an
Chiefs
old
don't
saying
make
my
the-
father used to say, and I
Mike,
miss when he died.
oh, Mike,
in
you're
81.
killing me slow.
There's an old
Yeah,
saying my
please.
father used to say. He died in 81.
Wow.
And I always remember he used to say, you can't con a con.
Trying to get Jamie
It's
all riled
back
up.
here.
What?
Oh, Richie Fresh came in. We haven't had shit since Mario Williams, be honest, huh? Look at Mike
Mario was-
clowning on me over here. Mike's
I
just
love
being
Mario.
mean.
I thought he was great.
I even talked good about the Giants. Said they'd probably make a good run this year.
Okay. Wait a minute now.
The Giants are going to be.
I like you, Mike Jones. I really do. I like you. But I'm not going to sit here and be ignorant and say that the Kansas City Chiefs are not going to make the AFC Champ game
Wow.
until
respect, bro.
someone can show they can consistently stop Kansas City in the playoffs. They're making it to the AFC Championship game. Just saying with love.
See, this is like when you get a couple of gunslingers in the same room. They might talk a little smack to each other, but they ain't going to draw on each other because the Bills will probably make it too. Mark my words, he says.
Two best quarterbacks in the AFC, or at least two of the top quarterbacks in the AFC. Yeah,
DTN, I have a question for you, bro.
What is it, sir?
What is your inspiration on some of these videos you make for the AFC East Roundtable? Because I love them.
Like, what do you mean videos on the AFC's roundtable?
Well, on
Don't
the
you
channel that
create
have-
a lot of videos on the AFC East Roundtable?
Are you
for
thinking about
review?
flicks? You're thinking flicks.
Oh, I'm probably thinking Flex. I'm
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
that's Flex.
Yeah,
You're,
dude, he does a
That's
little
Flex.
Patriot talk.
I made
show.
shorts on my own channel, but if you're
Yeah.
talking about the other videos, that's Flex. And I just like Flex's humor when it comes to like making these shorts, but sometimes it
He's been
kinda
getting
goes-
better.
a little too far.
He's been getting better though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, at first though we were just like, oh, flicks again, but then he's shortened them up, and it's been more fun. And I've actually appreciated that. It's a little bit better that he's calmed down a little bit on it, maybe. Does that make sense? Because he was going hot and heavy, like he wanted to just like every single scene he wanted to have a piece of that on his video, and now he's just like being pretty selective, and it's been better.
My only concern about Flex that he keeps on harking about like he hates Tua, he doesn't like Tua, he wants Cam Moore, and that's been the running theme for the middle of the season. Like your Dolphins,
it's probably been the running theme since Tua got there.
He doesn't have huge respect for Tua. You go to TD's channel, and again, I'm an NFL fan, so I am at all these AFC roundtable pods all the time.
We see each other there, bro.
And if you watch TD talk about Tua, he will praise Tua for when he has good teams, but he will tell you every time Tua flip-flop, he will tell you that when Tua plays good teams, he ain't going to play great. He'll be honest with you on his channel. On the AFC Roundtable, that's a different TD, though.
Yeah, TD plays a good character on the round.
He plays a good game.
He plays a good game. Richie also plays a good game.
He's got some game over there for sure.
Richie comes in saying, "Yo, Tua will be fencing by week 4. We good on this side."
Richie in the freaking house. What is up, Richie?
Fencing by
you
week
guys
4.
are mean, man. He'll be fencing.
And I can't wait to see what all of our schedules look like by May, so we can make those predictions.
Well, we've still got to take our predictions from our. So I think on the next video, what Anthony and I are going to try to do is go from our way too early playoff scenario to way too early championship and Super Bowl scenarios. Which, of course, we're going to butt heads on this.
Well, let's do this for the last. Let's do this for the last half hour here, and let's predict who our teams are going to play in week 1
of the playoffs
of this season this year.
Baltimore Ravens. Bills and Ravens.
The Bills are going to open against the Ravens in week 1.
Yeah.
I bet the Chiefs and Eagles will open in week 1.
I agree with the Chiefs Eagles.
For me, for the Patriots, let's see. Let me just call back. So we played the Dolphins like 3 times in a row, played the Eagles, and then played the Bengals. Looking at the schedule we got. I could see us starting against the Dolphins.
Well, I know the Bengals don't want to start against you.
If we start against the Bengals, we'll slap them silly.
Yeah, I know. It'll be 2 years in a row.
I hope you don't start against the Dolphins. I hope you start against. Hold on, give me a second, because I have these brain farts.
Well, yeah. Who do you want the Bills to start against
this year? That's your team.
Just go with who do you want for your team to start against? Because I want to get to Mike too. Because I think the Eagles and the Chiefs start opening is going to be that would be a fantastic opener. Go with the Super Bowl teams, Anthony, did you mute yourself so you could talk to?
Yeah, for a second. I was just talking. Well, I was showing him his schedule.
You're having secrets? No secrets, man.
No secrets.
Having secrets.
So these are your home. This is who you're playing at home. Do you think you'll be on the road and play one of these guys? Maybe it could be the Lions.
I think
Vikings
start
will
out on the road. Yeah.
Whoops. This is your away games.
Starting on the road. I'm thinking Bears. Vikings.
What? Opener against the Bears?
I'm thinking, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You just want to start easy, huh? That's not fair. I mean, I got a hard team to start against,
Yeah.
And Bills Ravens, that's a goddamn game. You know what I'm saying?
Bears.
It's a game. I think Vikings and Packers opener would be boss.
That would be good too, but I think they're going to start on the road.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Have the Bills start at home. Have the Chiefs start at home.
I don't think so. I think the Eagles should have to host that shit, dude.
Let me just look at some patterns.
Oh, that's
for
right. The Chiefs play the Eagles in KC, huh?
Yeah, I think.
and
Let
I
me
don't
see
know
some
what the Vikings
patterns.
patterns been.
Just give me
I
a
haven't really
second.
paid attention.
They play. They open up with the Packers always. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
Bills
let's do
played at
Bills
home
Chiefs.
last year.
Let's
Then
do Bills
the
Chiefs
year
opener.
before we got-
Like season opener.
Yeah.
It seems like Bills are going to have to play away because last year you hosted a game against the Cardinals, and the year before you went to the Jets. So there's a pattern going on. So I think your guys are going to
We played the Rams the year before that as a season opener. That was in LA, and then we played the Jets in New Jersey, and then we opened the season against the Arizona Cardinals. I think we'll be at home, and I think it's going to be the Ravens.
Was last year's Chiefs Ravens opener, was that in Kansas City? I don't remember.
Yes.
No, I think it was in Baltimore.
No, it was in Kansas City.
Oh, it was in Kansas
I
City.
thought it was in Kansas City. We kicked their butts. Made them look like they weren't even worthy to be in the playoffs the year before. And they were
Unless it's a Bills Chiefs opener.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's do that. If that doesn't start a goddamn season, I don't know what could.
Start off
If we're
losing,
doing-
why not? Good
Like I said,
luck
the only
to you.
problem there, Anthony, the only problem there is both of our teams are going to be beat up for the next 3 fucking weeks and lose 2 out of 3.
If it's Chiefs Bills, are you going to play prime time or it has to be prime
It would
time?
be a
It
prime.
would be
time.
prime time because it would be the season opener, not just game opener.
Yeah, that would be season
Right.
opener.
It's entire NFL opener. That
One of
would
my-
be
the season
game of
kickoff.
the fucking year to open the season, baby.
Oh, the season kickoff.
DTN,
It's Eagles against another team. It has to be Eagles against another.
DTN, I think you guys open up against the Bucks.
Bucks. Since we played away last year against the Bengals, I could see us
Right.
playing against the Bucks.
I could see that too. Yeah. Okay, so maybe the Eagles and the Commanders roll the opener, the season starting game, and then the Chiefs Bills play prime time first week. Yeah.
You want to hear something funny?
No.
One of my best friends, just before I come over here, we're talking. He's wearing an Eagles ball cap. I'm like, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah. So he's still laying in the driveway over there then?
Well, Richie Fresh comes in here saying somehow I could see the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's the only team Josh Allen hasn't beaten in his career. Plus, last year at the old stadium, it's the last year of this stadium that the Bills.
That's
gonna be playing.
right.
And we'll end up playing the Chiefs the last game, and the Eagles will be a home opener. That's what he's thinking.
Wow.
End up playing the Chiefs the last game, like at the
You know
AFC
what?
Championship, or-
He's got a point there. It might go something like that because nobody gives a shit about the Chiefs anymore. So we're gonna just be on the side sneaking all these wins while you guys are all up in the forefront. Like, look at us. We're gonna be better than everybody, you know. And the Chiefs
That's
are
what
just
you
gonna
did last year.
break
Just
through
kind of
and
sat
see
back and kind of snuck in there.
What's
So,
that?
I said that's what you did last year. Just kind of laying low and trying to work your way in there.
I don't know how being 15-2 is laying low though.
But
All the
I mean, there was no flash. It was just
True.
getting in there and just doing what needed to be done. You know,
True that. There was
nothing
flash
over the
at all.
top. You know,
This year there's
that
gonna
was
be
my
more flash.
observation.
yeah.
They didn't. Well, did they have any blowouts last year?
Not really.
I don't think they did.
I mean, by the
KC
time,
opens at Tennessee this year.
So
oh, really? They already
How
got
you
the
thinking?
opener?
That's
what
my
you think?
guess.
That's your guess? That would be a pretty good opener for us. We could
That'd be a good opener.
get a W to get started. I mean,
If that happens.
maybe the league is trying to give us a crutch for the first couple of games so we can
And then
And Richie comes in saying, plus the last time the Buffalo Bills played the Eagles, it was in overtime, and it was unbelievable. I think that's what he was trying to say. That wasn't because it was.
So for real though, the Bills are as good as the Chiefs, and if an NFC team can hang with the Bills, they could probably hang with the Chiefs. It might be a good. You know how when you jump and you hit the thing to see how high you can jump, and there's all those little pegs, and then you knock these pegs over. So that's the mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys could set the mark for the NFC.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's going to be taking tag team turns on the fucking Eagles in the NFC to see if they can hang with the Bills. Because if you can hang with the Bills, you can hang with the Chiefs. And that's proven. That's proven. Because the Bills are the only team that's there every fucking year, twice a year, contending and being there with the Chiefs to give us hell. And I mean hell. You guys give us hell. You know? Yeah, the Ravens are there, but they don't win. You know, the Bengals were there once. That was a one and done. People might disagree with that, but really look at it. That was a one and done. Now they bitch because they couldn't get other people to lose so they could get in. I mean, that obviously is saying something. You know, if you're that mad that other people wouldn't lose so you could be in, you weren't good enough, right? And so then who else is there? That's the Bills and the Ravens and the Chiefs, man. And you guys seem to own the fucking Ravens too. So
by the way, the Vikings will open at home against the Falcons.
That would be a fun game to watch.
That would be a good one. That would be a good
That would be a really good game, dude. I was kind of hoping a Viking Packers, so you could set a bar over on that side too.
Or even the Vikings and Lions.
Oh god damn! See,
oh my god!
I was thinking.
I would see that as the season. I would see that at the end. I wouldn't see it at the beginning.
Yeah, that would be way better for the end. Now,
for the beginning, I could see Vikings against.
I say Eagles Commanders.
Ravens.
Vikings, Packers, Eagles, Commanders. Those would be good openers.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that one's happened. Vikings Ravens is usually a pretty good game.
Really good game.
We keep it close.
Oh hell yeah, really good game. That's a couple high quality teams right there.
Yeah, but
that might be a hard game for the Vikings to win.
But the Minnesota Vikings closed out their season against the Lions this past year.
They did.
So that would be a really good test for JJ. I mean, we could see what kind of juice JJ is going to bring if he can go there and he can beat Lamar and company.
So that's
Henry.
Well, where they closed out with the Lions, that could set them up for starting with them too.
Yeah,
it could.
Oh, the Lions I see them starting against the Commanders, but.
Eagles Commanders, dude. I want to see Eagles Commanders opener. That'd be.
Unfortunately, I gotta go. It's that time of night, really.
It
has been an honor being on your channel. Keep going. It's gonna be a struggle to get those subs. Been there, done that when I tried getting into it. But keep chugging along. You guys are gonna get there.
So we do.
You have the personalities for your core to get there, and I do wish this channel all the luck. And again, thanks for having me on.
Hey, Dwayne, brother.
Thanks, my friend. It was really good to see you, DTN.
Go Bills, brother.
See you. What a good guy, dude.
He's got some.
Oh, look at you guys.
He's got a little bit of knowledge up there, doesn't he? We went.
What the fuck is going on? Fix it. That's not gonna work. That's the one.
There we go.
There we go.
That's more like
I found it.
DF impresses me a bit. He's got some knowledge up there.
Dude, that guy drives me up the wall. He knows football, and he won't let you get away with shit too. That's why he's one of the mods. He knows that sometimes Jamie's got to be calmed down a little bit, you know. And he does a good job at it. But sometimes, man, he says some shit that I'm like, "Whoa, you and Anthony sure see butterflies," you know. But hey, that's all about love of the team, you know. And yeah, that's my friend. I like DF, dude. He's a good one.
Richie comes in again saying, okay, since the Bills started at home last year, I could see us going against the Carolina Panthers to start and the next game at home against the Chiefs or Eagles. That could be an interesting.
They're gonna make us wait, dude. They're gonna make us wait. Like, and they're gonna make us wait till
week.
You
13,
guys have a bye
14.
week right after the game, and then we don't have a bye week for like 3 fucking weeks. It's gonna be, ugh. They do it all the time. They'll just make sure that the Bills don't have to play the Chiefs until they got a bye week after. So you guys
They have to keep the season kind of, interesting, right? But it would be neat to see a really good football game at the beginning of the season to where everyone watches. I can, maybe the Eagles and the Bills opening the season, or having
that would like take away a lot of this bullshit. Like, do you think the Eagles could have beat the Bills, right?
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl? That would take a lot of those questions away. But the problem is, it's a whole different Eagles team.
Yeah, and
you guys will fucking crush them
on both sides.
You guys will crush them. Offense and defense. Like, seriously, offense and defense, the Eagles got weaker.
Yes, they did.
They literally got weaker.
Yes, they did.
And now they're going to be relying on draft guys to hopefully come up to keep them in the running, that's what the Chiefs do, bro. Like, we just turn guys over,
Go ahead and highlight DF's Forever's chat.
Yeah, I'm reading it. It's making me laugh.
Go ahead and read it, King Jamie.
It says, I'm still in the chat. Beat the tarnation out of King Jamie. All right.
It's just a way for me to be talking in the house during the
I get it, brother. And you know what? DF gets me. He gets me. And I get him. We've been friends for a very long time on this stuff. He's been a mod. I've been a mod. We've been looking out for each other for years. And then, hey, if I get out of line, DF will be like, hey, I think you're getting a little out of hand over there, Jamie, And mostly I just sit back and laugh at what he says. He'll go at people. He don't mess around, man. It's great.
Why don't you draft picks?
What's it say? Read this for me, Anthony.
So that's the theory he was talking about with the games. It said, because I was wondering why we never open or close against the Chiefs, but it's smart somehow to play midseason, hence week 11 like last year. Yeah, because it's just an interesting. It would be a better game, more viewers on CBS. Jim Nantz and Tony Romo, because
if we played at the beginning of the season, then the whole season is going to be just fucking boring as shit.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. You got to keep people interested, so you need some games. So the beginning of the season is kind of fuck all. It's like empty pockets. I got nothing in my pockets. That's fuck all.
Have one good game.
Part of the season, everybody's watching because football's finally back. About week 8, 9, 10, people are like, fucking football, and then, wait a minute. The Chiefs-Bills game's probably going to be good like it has been for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then so they jump back in and they get back into it because, like, wow, that was a good game, right? Then playoffs come around and it's fucking boring because all these teams are just mediocre at best. And then all of a sudden there's a Chiefs-Bills game. Sorry, DTN, but that's how I look at it, man. The Chiefs.
No. I was laughing at DF's new comment. Dwayne,
always do the best games. Now I'm gonna listen to how he's gonna crush my hopes and dreams here. You know what King Jamie loves? When King Losky pisses me off. Yeah, that is fun. Losky likes to shake a lot of chains. Like he'll just grab that chain and shake it. Just to make the noise, just to make that rattle. Mike doesn't know who we're talking about because Mike's kind of new to all this stuff.
So Wednesday we got to get on Super Chat and say something about donating money for Losky to get on that $50.
Yeah. If we all kick a $5, we could easily get a $50 bill to get Losky a membership so he could call in and then make that show fucking fun again. Pardon me. But pardon me, DF, I know that you and I are both mods on the same show there. But when they took away all the calls, made it kind of boring. It's kind of nice to have a DTN lounging in his fucking dorm room in the background here.
Yeah. Well, it's usually like this on Colby's channel, but on the AFC's Roundtable, I just think that it got a little boring.
Well, well, in their defense though, they're growing, right? They have media credentials. They get to go to Super Bowls. They get to go to all these games, and I guarantee you, they're probably going to go to a football game besides the game that they're going to host.
Grow as you want, though. Even before, we only had like 15 or 20 callers in a 2-hour show, and they had 30,000, subscribers. But only 15 or 20 of us ever called in. It was part of the show.
Yeah.
And so they grew out of their own drawers. But I hope we never grow that big, dude, because I wouldn't mind having everybody be able to hop on and just tell us their part,
Or even have,
or even sit,
or even have the first 10 or 15 people come in there. You don't have.
I mean, that's why they put the little 2-minute thing on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like those 2 minutes.
Yeah, everybody got their 2 minutes, and then you wouldn't have DTN freezing in the background over here in his dorm room. There he is.
Well, mine's not frozen, and I can see YouTube. But yeah, I just think my proposal is like they should start like a new series like with like the roundtable chatting with fans and callers and all that, and then do a separate show where they talk about like their own division stuff, talking football.
Yeah, so honestly, DF, you and I both went after a lot of people that day when they were going after DTN. And then I scooped him up and I said, you are coming with me, little brother. And look where he's at. He's in his dorm room talking to us. But yeah, we stuck up for DTN. I remember that, DF. Hell yeah. We both went after people for that shit.
I remember
all they knew was his voice and that he was adamant about not letting people talk crap on his team, right?
Yeah.
And then he called in that first time, and I was all, yes, I knew it. He's one of us. And then, like, some people were just being dicks in the chat. And boy, DF Forever and me, we went hey on those guys, Like anybody that was a jerk to DTN in that chat, we took care of them, and they didn't get to come back. Even though I read a little bit of comments, some of them were cool, but then some of them I think they took it way too far. Like compared to they didn't realize you were young, dude.
No, they said something even worse.
I remember, but they didn't realize you were just young. That's why your voice.
Well, yeah. But when it came to Colby's channel where I made my face reveal, they like it.
That's what what I even made mention of that the other day on the East thing was how, and I got shout outs from a lot of the Patriots fans too, because they were like, Jamie, that's a real Chiefs fan. He's been around and he knows and he can see it too. Because I said, I've been on Patriots channels and I have yet to see a Patriots fan that's like the only ones that you see now are the loyal ones, right? Because they're not doing good. You don't see all the bandwagoners. And all these loyal ones, they love talking about football. And they talk football. And they talk football with each other and give much respect to each other. And I've never seen anybody get out of line on those channels. But over here at the AFC East Roundtable, you guys are hashing on them, and they're not bad. If you go get to know them, you'll enjoy the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And then all those, the sour pusses, they were just like, Patriots this, Patriots, Jets this, Jets that. And I'm just like, I don't care what fucking team you're from. If you're one of the loyal guys for your team, fucking, I feel it, I feel it. And so cool, let's hang out. And then I got
Buffalo Bills
mad
game.
props from all the Patriots fans that were on there. And I was like, well, fuck yeah, man. Why would I? I don't need to be a dick.
The only crap I've received, it wasn't from Bills fans. It was mainly Jets and a little bit of Dolphins fans, but mainly Jets fans.
Jets fans get pretty saucy. They've been taking a lot of beatings for like 60-something years. I mean, think about it.
They won their first championship. They haven't done nothing since.
They've got fan fatigue already just because you're a Bills fan.
In the 60s.
The
Right.
past couple of years with AA on there, they've been taking a beating for all that.
They've been taking a beating since like it was 1960 something. 60 what?
Old Aaron's giving them all
last time they
sorts
went to a
of
Super
fire.
Bowl, bro.
No.
Wasn't it 1969 the last time the Jets went to a Super Bowl?
Something like that. 67, I think. I thought maybe.
Might have been.
Something.
I thought it was after that.
Where's he going this year?
I don't know.
Where's Rodgers going this year?
Not the Steelers, because the Steelers want to make the playoff. If you take Rodgers, you'll miss the playoffs.
Well, I
Nobody wants
think
Rodgers.
he's out of the Jets, right? He's done with the Jets.
You might want to read Dwayne's the first comment. He said something I think I really love it.
Read it.
You see, though, that's how I mod. Even if someone gets out of line live, you will see me literally go off in chat. But I feel like these chats in these bigger live streams, they needs that one mod.
Yeah, buddy, for sure.
Yeah.
And I remember week 8 recap of all of the division of all the division games. I remember before he started his 2 minutes, he gave us like a little reminder telling all of us to make sure that we keep it football and within the teams instead of making personal attacks.
And how many times have I done that too, brother? For real.
I never make any personal attacks. I just do it based off of like teams
I even do it
and
on
based off
here.
of
I go,
success.
you guys keep it about the team because you guys start going about, the Jets fans and stuff. And it's not about the fans. This is supposed to be about the teams, Because if you want to talk about fans, I'm a goddamn goon. I'm a goon. And I should not be able to represent the Chiefs in any way, shape, or form because I'm just going to be drinking and go, fuck you, But I do give respect to all the other teams' fans because those guys are resilient, like Bears fans. God damn, you booed your own team. That bugged me. But at the same time, I can understand why you did it. Like the Browns fans. You are the most resilient, beautiful bastards I ever even heard of. Oh my God, I can't imagine having to go back to all of the sad days without having seen my team be able to achieve what they just achieved, But you guys, you're just there anyway. You're always there anyway. You're always there. And that is, if that's not the coolest shit you guys have heard all week.
Browns fans are going to watch a football game.
They love it, dude.
Yeah, it is what it is. It doesn't matter where it goes.
Win or
They're
lose.
just going to watch football.
That's some resilient bastards right there, man. Those guys.
That was funny.
I would say Browns fans, the loyal ones that are still there, are the best fans in football.
Are they still doing it?
And in my opinion, that team is so marketable that I cannot believe they haven't just exploded and then been able to go on a run like the Chiefs have gone on. I think the Browns are literally the most marketable team in football if you had a guy like me that could help market that thing. Because, man, if you market just from the fans, just market their fandom, all those wonderful people that are Browns fans, use them. Because if that's not proven what loyalty is, I don't know what the fuck proves what loyalty is, right? Amazing to me. love Browns fans. Their team sucks. They know it, and they're just like, God damn it.
They embrace it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they're still there in the seats.
Yeah. They,
even though Patriots beat the Browns, I don't. The only reason I would go after Browns is because of their owner, not because of like how it's because of their owner and how stubborn he is when he makes these like in-game decisions,
Or dumb off-season moves with Deshaun.
like
Watson.
with the Deshaun Watson and the.
It's just the ownership. Like if the Browns could trade ownership.
I would like to see Kenny Pickett do well again with the Browns. I hope he does well. I
I
really
like
do.
Pickett, dude.
I
I
like
like
Pickett
him
too.
pretty
I
good.
think he's a good talent. I just hope he does well with the Browns. Well,
yes, Dwayne. Yes, Dwayne. I know. Put a smile on myself and move forward. Yeah, I'm no longer in that phase anymore where I had a stressful semester and now I'm in a new semester doing other crap. So
DTN and DF are having a moment.
yeah.
I just think that when I started a brand new channel and frequently going on to Kobe's channel, less so much on the AFC's roundtable, I had a more healthy life than what I had last semester.
Mm-hmm.
Because last semester it kind of got a little chaotic, but
Well, it makes you sad if people talk shit about you, dude. I feel that. That's
I just
why
feel
I'm
like
glad that you feel safe here.
yeah,
You're
I felt
absolutely.
I know
welcome here,
I
little
felt a
brother.
little cyberbully. Even though I'm a young guy, I felt a little cyberbully when it comes to like just because I just want to pump myself, saying that we're at least we're adapting. It's mainly towards Jets. No buts. You got me. You got me, Dwayne.
I got me. He says.
I gotta admit.
DTN, I'll tell you this: when you're gonna hang out with guys that look like Mike and that look like Anthony and look like me, people ain't gonna try to fucking bully you, bro. We stick together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And when
Like,
I went on
you're one of us, little brother. You're safe here, okay? Nobody's gonna fucking do that.
and
We'll
then
go
obviously the Patriots global community. I felt a lot safe, and and then last Friday, I know you missed the live stream. I understand, but in that live stream, I got to talk to these fans for the first time on camera than just typing in the chat. I felt
Yeah.
I felt a lot
Did
different.
you see my comment in your chat there later on?
I did reply.
I was just like, so sorry, man. I was getting drunk with the guys playing poker for silver.
No, but I did reply by saying, I'll read what I said. I said, it's fine. Hopefully you enjoyed the replay, though.
I did. I watched the whole thing, bro. I do. I watch all your stuff, man. I don't have a whole lot of time in my life, but there's a few of us that I won't let it slide. I'll give a like and a thumbs up, or in a.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll make sure that I try to get you some hours for your algorithm. So I'll listen to it while I'm at work and stuff too. I don't know if when I download it, so I have YouTube Premium. I can just download everything that you do and then just slowly watch it at work. But on the downloads, it doesn't allow me to like. So a lot of the stuff maybe you don't see me liking it, but I've seen it. Right. So I'm one of the views. Right.
Makes
but
sense.
I don't know if when I've downloaded it, it will. I know it has to because I watch it, and then as soon as I get home, it has to go back into the algorithm and give it to you. The hours watched and stuff. So what I've tried to do is like I'll just hit play later on, and then just like listen to you while I'm making some eggs or something.
Well, here let's make this the last question here and kind of wrap up a little bit. But I like what DF was asking. So he says, I have a question for you all. Is the Cleveland Browns organization screwed for life?
Well, there's a reason why they call it the dog pound, I mean, there's good reason for that. They'll break out eventually, they've got to.
I think so. I think they're fucked for a couple years because of all the Watson money.
Unless Haslam sells the team, I still see
The odds are with them.
the Browns digging a bigger graveyard for themselves.
I mean, that's a big graveyard. A lot of careers have gone there to die, bro.
Well, I would like to see the Browns. I mean, they've had opportunities to where they've made the playoffs in the last 10 years, a couple times. One, when they had their quarterback with Mayfield, and then after Mayfield, they had Flacco, and they have the potential. They have the players. It's just, can they get it together? So that's what I'd like to see.
What's this here? It's already a shitty world in general at times. Take no shit. We're all here. You only live once. We're all here to YOLO and talk some football, right? So I like this, man. Richie's right. We all have such a short time on this earth to be humble, work hard, and talk ball, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Positive. But I do like
for each other, bro. That's what I like about this is we could all just be friends, even though we might not be having the same teams and stuff. I like it here because I mean I've seen guys go on other channels, and then they just get torn apart, because there's more of a different team on that channel, and we do it different here, where we go, oh, that's a good point. I mean, it's kind of pretty cool.
Well, nobody knows everything. Nobody's perfect,
I heard there was one guy, Mike, but they hung him on a fucking chunk of wood and put like nails through his hands like this or something.
Yeah. No.
I heard there was one guy that was perfect.
Yeah, not everything's gonna be perfect. Like,
does he play football?
I wish.
Hmm.
If he did, he'd probably be a Bills fan. Or like, and the new cornerback, Jesus Cristo. Just not a ball ever goes that way. Best defensive back you've ever seen.
What was that meme I sent you a couple of months ago?
Oh my God!
Dude's
You
watching
sent me a
TV.
meme 3 times a day for like 6 months, or like the last 6 years, bro.
Dude's holding the football, walking into the end zone. This one's for you, Jesus, and then it shows Jesus watching hockey.
Yeah, that's right. That's
That would be
right.
cool.
Jesus was busy with his popcorn watching hockey or something. Yeah, I remember that shit.
refs don't get punished. Don't get punished again. Pre-COVID rules back in place.
So they have made a few changes to the rules.
Oh, refs now get punished again. Excuse me. That's good.
They have been making some changes, so they're going to do a lot of the watching certain plays and doing the calls from upstairs instead of letting the refs get away with stuff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a facade because the refs are still going to have a lot of power there. Huh.
Yeah, with the
Boys,
refs.
I got to either cut this stream off or let you guys talk for just a minute. Why don't you guys just bullshit?
Yeah. Well, I got to get going too. I got things to get.
Yeah, I
ready.
gotta leave. Even though I don't have class tomorrow, I just gotta take a shower and then do my duty.
Talk to Mike for a few minutes.
And make your bed, DTN. Go get a like a bed cover that says Chiefs or something. It'll look really good. You need a poster up there too.
Yeah,
you can have a Patriots poster.
yeah. I only have one more month in that dorm and before I move out. So,
I mean, how long do you think a Patriots poster is really going to last? It's okay to get another one, but you should, right behind you, right there on that big wall. It's all open. There should be a big Patriots poster.
well, when I get back home, I have a lot of Bruins posters. So
That's
it's
$3
not
at the Walmart.
Get your ball cap and just set it on the bed right there.
Yeah, something.
Just get a ball cap.
Well, yeah.
Like a a football helmet or something.
There you go. Yeah.
Flag. You can take a flag with you.
Oh yeah.
You get a flag. You got a big space behind you.
Maybe I might do that next semester.
I'm buying another flag.
Next semester, it's $3, dude. Go get a poster. Go get a Tom Brady
Josh
poster.
Allen for the head
That'll
all
piss him off.
Too
What's
many
that,
options
Ashley?
for me and my plate. So
Get a Stephon Diggs poster on your wall.
That'll drive these Bills fans up the wall. Especially if he does good.
Nothing but the best for you all, man. I love you guys.
Love you too, my friend. Mike, did you bring booze over for Anthony?
I did not.
Oh,
I did not.
thought I put it in the
Anthony's-
text that Anthony really
We're
likes.
going to talk about that. Anthony's welcome to come over and see my dog.
That's awesome. I'm glad you guys finally met. That's really cool.
Yeah.
man.
So,
All right.
ETN.
peace out, guys.
All right.
Good night, brother.
Peace, man.
Boys. Final
Yeah.
wrap up. Next thing we talk about is how the playoffs actually play out. Way too early.
Okay, yeah. See you Thursday for sure.
Thursday
Thank you,
for
Press,
that.
Yeah, forever. DTN. and
Get Mike
everybody
to go
else.
buy a $200 laptop so he could join us too.
Mhm.
All right, boys. Have a great night.
I'm working on it.
Peace, man.
It was a fun stream. Good night, fellas.
All right.
Good night.
See ya.